Hey, okay, so I figured that this was the weekend I was going to tackle this desk. I got it from an alley when bulk trash happened in my neighborhood, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I just hadn't had time to get to it, so this is the time. And so I was just looking at it, and I had never realized that it's made of strips of wood that are glued together. Like you can see on the drawers, like there's a strip, there's a strip, there's a strip. I just never noticed. I never looked that close. And so I noticed there's a drawer missing that I had never noticed before. And there used to be these drawer pulls on it that were basketballs and soccer balls. So I took those off, but yeah, I thought it was really cool that it was strips of wood that are glued together and I had never noticed it before. I don't know, I just feel like that's super cool. Anyway, so I started sanding it, and y'all, sanding freaking takes forever. This took me an hour just to sand the top of it. So then I realized, okay, I've got to take the drawers out and sand the rest of this freaking thing. So this, all together, it took me like 4 hours to sand everything, the sides, the inside, and the drawers. And of course I didn't mess with where the drawer is gonna go that's missing in the middle. I didn't see any reason to sand that part, but so now I've got the drawers sanded, and I decided to put some flowers on them just because there's so much, I don't know, just like real estate on them to put a really cool design. And I've always wanted to put flowers on this desk, so I decided to use a blue stain. And I have never painted with stain before. Actually, I've never used stain correctly. I usually just paint it on, and I don't even like rub it down. So this was my first time. I did a test just to make sure that it wasn't going to run all over the place. And actually, I think it came out pretty good for my first time. So that was my first 3 drawers. And now I'm going to stain the top. I decided to put some more flowers, and I started in the middle, and I was like, oh, you know what? I better not start in the middle. I'm going to get this crap all over me by the time I reach the side. So I'm like, okay, let me start up in the corner. So pro tip, y'all, start up in the corner and work your way down. This took me, I don't know how long. It took me a long time, but I think it came out really good. I love it. And I found out that these drawer pulls, the holes are 2.5 inches from center, and a usual drawer pull is like 3 inches. So I have drawer pulls, but I'm not going to be able to use them on this desk because I found out that sometimes you can have a 2.5-inch drawer pull. So I ordered some of those. I got gold just because I think that'll look super cool. Now it's time to make a drawer. I'm going to use this piece of wood that I had laying around to make a drawer. And with the magic of movie, boom, I made a drawer. And this isn't done. It needs some, I'm going to do blue chalk paint on the part, like the bottom part of the desk. And then I need to seal this with polyurethane, all of the stained parts. And it's gonna look super cool, but this is how far I got this weekend, and my everything hurts, and my carpal tunnel is acting up, so I hope you enjoyed watching.